Oh, welcome back, guys and gals. Yes, I'm driving, but I'm not going to be looking at the camera. I'm hoping I'm in frame. Anyways, today's video is going to be a little bit different, mainly because I'm abandoning the idea of my experimental, fun, wacky video I originally filmed for this week, which was basically just day-to-day stuff, which turned into quite a deal because of you see the snow in the background. We got hit hard the other day. But today's video, as you saw in the thumbnail, while you're here, my buddy Dan, Mopar Dan, famous on Facebook. Sorry, I got a truck, I got to pass it, hang on. Alrighty, now that we're past that small obstacle, my good friend Mopar Dan, who is famous all over the internet for his funny gags and jokes, and mostly on Facebook on Mopars Unlimited, is having a sale next weekend, and that's why I'm actually going to go ahead and put this video out. In case anybody is in the Kansas area, this will be in Spring Hill, Kansas, up here at the shop where I'm headed. I'm going to give you a sneak peek at some of the things that are going to be at the sale. I will have stuff, other of our Mopar Kansas friends will be bringing stuff to sell at this sale. So if you can make it, awesome. If not, Dan also is probably willing to ship some of this stuff. I can't promise that, but if you're interested, you can find them on Facebook. Find this for sale ad, it's on there. But anyways, guys, what do you say? Let's go look at some freaking sweet Mopars and some freaking sweet parts. Oh yeah. If you guys have ever seen our intros, that field is where we did donuts and that Superbird. We are approaching Dan's shop. And I do believe that shop right there used to do, oh, it still does, world-renowned Corvette restorations. Of course, we have the school buses and the great Mopar Dan residence, where he keeps all of his super cool, super rare stuff. Not really. Where's the 58? He said the 58 was here. I'm kind of disappointed I don't see it. Alrighty, guys and gals, so I'm going to be showing you more in depth after Dan heads out. He's got to go to a doctor's appointment, but just a little bit here. But Dan, you said you needed the new Speedway catalog, right? There you go.
Yeah. That's it. They issued this about a month ago though. It's a little old.
Yeah, it might. I'm sorry. You know, mail out in the country. Yeah, that don't work, Dan.
What's going on with that?
It's not a cell phone, Dan. It's paper. You actually have to read.
Read?
You actually have to manually use your fingers to, operate that.
How do I turn up this brightness?
That's the light switch. All right, so that's part of my operation. This is part of the stuff Dan's gonna be having for a sale, and we got a whole crapload of NOS bearings, bunch of brand new parts here. Non-velvet Elvis.
Non-velvet Elvis.
And all the intakes a man could ever dream of. So yeah, this is my task to help out my buddy Dan, is figuring out what all those daggone bearings are, so that way people ain't got to look it up on their smartphones. Because, well, I collect these old catalogs, so that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be taking a deep dive. If you guys can make it out to the sale, that would be fantastic.
There's a ton more stuff than just what's in these two offices. There's a bunch outside.
There's the two enclosed trailers, right?
Well, there's one.
One.
Well, actually, there'll be two.
Two. Yeah. And 392 Hemi heads, all this stuff. So you guys can make it out, that'd be awesome. If not, well, you're going to miss out. So you guys may think I'm kind of weird for actually enjoying doing this kind of thing, but I do love old parts, and I do love organizing and finding them a good home. And I've always just kind of had a knack for numbers. So like this Cleveland Mox MS481M, this looks way newer than what we're working with here, but just go over here, try and find the number, figure out what it is, mark it for the next guy. I regret doing this. I'm going to put the rest of the markings on the bottom side. I'll probably make a deal with Dan. I'll probably wind up with these guys, take home, and, well, wouldn't be a bad idea to have just a couple extra bearings, laying around, for future engines. Everybody's all worried about new stuff and new parts not being any good, and, well, actually, I went to go order a set of king bearings for the old Pro Stock motor, and they're out of stock. And, well, Dan, he's got a set of full groove race bearings right there for the Pro Stock. I'm pretty sure one of the things that'll be included in this sale that Dan's having is he has this, can't remember the exact year, 61 or 2. He just told me. And it's a D500 3D3. It's a factory dual quad. These are 426 street wedge manifolds, which are just like what I have. They used them on some 3D3s and 413s, 426, the street wedge motors, the big blocks. And he's got the intake for it, the valve covers. In fact, we ought to just go ahead and mock this thing up. And this is a complete engine. It's supposedly pretty dang nice. Dan tried to get me to buy it, but yeah, it's a little too cool and special for me. So we not only have the original intake, the original spacer gaskets, everything. I mean, these are the original gaskets to this thing, which is freaking incredible. We have the original carburetors, not only the carbs, but the original chrome air cleaners, and it gets even better. But also both of the original, incredibly, almost, well, I would call them brand new 426 style street wedge chrome valve covers. These are the nicest pair I've ever seen, and these are special because, well, they're 4-bolt because it's an early motor, 61 or 2. And, well, just look at that chrome quality. They're a little bit dirty, a little bit of dust from sitting around, but yeah, this is a really sweet engine, and it'll be here at the sale, for sale, if you're interested. Incredibly rare engine, one of those ones, probably not too many chances to get to own again. Along with all this other stuff, and we'll take you outside here in a bit to show you what's in the trailers. But I'm going to get to work helping Dan get all these bearings marked and labeled that aren't already labeled. Thank God most of them already are. Oh, gaskets and all that cool stuff. Alrighty guys and gals, so Dan is back, and I'm just giving you a quick little glance at some of the stuff that will be at the sale for sale. This is Dan's office with some of his personal stuff. There's a brand new turbo in that box if someone needs it. And there's that 3D3 all dressed up. Got to turn around. We got all of these are brand new piston ring sets. Various sizes, different engines. And I know, my old rings, but you're trying to save a little bit of money. This is a good way to go. These are all brand new in the packaging. These are 4 1/4 bore, 10 over. Never been opened up besides when I checked to make sure they were all in there. Some I didn't check every single piston ring clearly. I would be an old gray man. There's gaskets. We got brand new 331 Hemi heads. I believe these are 331. We've got, I don't know if Dan's going to sell these, but I bet you he will. We got ignition boxes. We have this whole rotunda here, which I can't rotate the camera, but we'll spin her around and all sorts of stuff. I forgot the air horn. We're gonna probably need the air horn. But also got the organization done on all the bearings. If anybody needs bearings, we have rod bearings, main bearings for big block Mopar, small block Mopar, low deck, raised deck, Chevy, big block and small block. There's some Ford stuff in there and some International Harvester and other weird stuff. So we have all this, and all this stuff is for sale. Like I said, we'll have all this stuff at the sale on the January 20th and 21st, but Dan will be willing to ship and sell things. And we also have, well, we also have a nice little selection of intake manifolds, a lot of factory dual quad stuff, valve covers, air cleaner, distributors. Do you need a tack drive big block Mopar distributor? Because we might have a couple here. But that's all I'm going to show you for inside the shop for now. If you want to see more, you have to come here and check out the things, because, well, now we're going to go outside and check out the stuff out there. It appears we have lost our friends, but in the sea of awesome cars here at Dan's, it's never a bad thing. I'm not about to walk in on something I don't want to see, right?
Now, 2 of these boxes are wet, but thankfully it's hard.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's hard shit.
Well, I don't think there's going to be any shortage of cool parts, Dan.
Oh, there's more. In case you were needing more of those chokes, there's some down there.
More choke stuff? Holy crap. They must have bought out somebody.
That's not you, buddy? I don't know what it is.
Those look like the ones that used to be on Bobby's 65 satellite.
Very, very similar, yeah.
I always remember that fondly. So we got 2 more trailers or 1 more?
No, this is it.
This is the last trailer? Okay. So we got a whole pile. Oh my lord. These are all carburetors. Holy crap. And I thought I had a lot of Hollies. Dang. Okay, so we just came back in to bring in a couple more gaskets for the sale. Ford, Chevy, Ames, every freaking thing. There's a whole stack of brand new small block Chevy, I think, header gaskets over there. It's like probably 50 of them. Brand new in the package, Mr. Gasket. Freaking super cool. Oh, and of course, you know, some of you might be thinking that this stuff's going to be really expensive. But nah, we just got to get all this stuff moved because, well, yeah, it's a lot of stuff. And plus, try and hook everybody up with good stuff, good deals, get projects done. So. Alrighty, guys and gals, so I'm on my way home actually because it got dark and, well, I've got a truck, or at least a car, with some parts that I wanted for myself. So once we get home, we're going to talk a little bit more about this sale and the purpose of this video, and we were going to probably show you a couple of things we've been working on. Maybe throw in a couple of clips because I did not film nearly as much as I had initially planned today. But that's what happens when you get to working and actually having fun with old buddies and stuff. So we got everything done I kind of planned to do. We actually sold quite a bit of stuff today, just to one buddy of ours who came and hung out. But there's still plenty of stuff. So if you guys are here in the Kansas area and you're going to be free next week and you got nothing better to do, come up towards Kansas City area, Spring Hill, Kansas. Look up old Dan Peacock on Facebook, Mopar Dan, and come to the sale, hang out, buy some stuff, whatever. It's going to be a great time. Bunch of cool Mopar guys should be there, weather permitting. So let's get back to the house, hopefully safely, and stop filming. And we're back. And I'm joined with one of my cats, Pepper. Pepper, what'd you think of Dan's place? Did you think it was full of all sorts of cool stuff and these guys ought to be trying to figure out a way to go to that sale? Oh, wait. New kitten. That's why Pepper wasn't answering us, because Athena was on her way and she is growing up. So I guess for the viewers who wanted some cat stuff, here you go. Some cat stuff. Pepper, Athena. Athena is a little butt munch, that is for sure. Right there. That's what I was waiting for. But anyways, let me take you guys to my library. But first, we gotta pay respect to the O-gauge train set that we invested in. Alright, we lied. We forgot we had some extra O-gauge cars, and well, we've been playing with the cats. Athena is interested, to say the least. Okay, now to the library. But I'm not gonna pass up an opportunity to show a little bit of my office off here, some of the knickknacks and things I've collected over the years. Jezebel's Tri-Power Tunnel Ram and the Pro Stocks Magnesium Twin Dominator setup. Alrighty, guys and gals, so as you saw yesterday, it's really handy having all these freaking books. And if you think this is just all the books I had, well, you would be very wrong, because Dan actually sent me home with more stuff, and we got some racing bulletins, Child and Albert's book. This is all factory racing Chrysler paperwork from 1974 actually. But I want to show you this because this is where I was able to pluck all that stuff from. Is my personal library. We have actual regular books here, kinda. Oh, Barry Grant carburetor stuff, service manuals, and then we actually have magazines. That's video game stuff, don't worry about that. We have like magazines, and then we got the Mopar performance books here, and these are some more catalogs, some of the overflow stuff that don't quite fit in. Oh, the Lunati books should probably be up here, but this is mostly all parts catalogs up here, and there are more than this, because this whole binder is also full from a local speed shop down in Wichita. But yeah, we got everything from Hayes to Hirsch to Zoom to Holly, to Barry Grant, to Edelbrock, to Wyan, to Offenhauser, to the Winner's Circle, Moon Eyes. I had filmed a little bit longer version of going in depth on some of these, but you know what? If you guys want to see a video on some of these catalogs and see the parts in them, because some of these I've got consecutive years, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74. Well, one of these I've got at least, I know, 77 and 78. I know I've got a 71. There's a 73 Holly book. You ever wanted to know what Holly was selling in 1973? I got it. But we got all sorts of freaking books in here, and if this is something that interests you guys, we could do a deep dive. Going through some of these catalogs, the direct connection books. Well, I think that might be kind of fun, because I really geek out and nerd out over that kind of stuff. Well, and it'd be a huge bonus if some of my viewers also did that. Of course, some of you guys I do know enjoy this kind of stuff, because I did a toolbox video a long time ago, a deep dive, and you guys seem to enjoy the heck out of it. So there's a 71 Edelbrock catalog, 74 Moroso, the 75 Edelbrock Jobber catalog. Hi, Pepper. Welcome back. Old Anson 74 and a half catalog. Oh, and of course, a Keystone catalog, but we're just going to pretend like that's not in here. The Mondello book. Ah, this one. My 1970 Mondello book. And I do believe this is the winds charger they cut off Growlitz's foot. So, that's kind of something there. But I have no problem showing you guys these, so if this is something that interests you, you want to see a video on it, maybe a little more in depth, let me know in the comments below. I'll tell you one thing, this Edelbrock book is not just Edelbrock. This thing has Holly carburetors in it, all sorts of stuff. It's like a giant, it's basically a Speedway catalog or Jake's catalog from back in the day. It's got a little bit of everything in it. Ah, yes, and my tire catalog. This thing, I will give you a sneak peek into the tire catalog just because stuff like this. And like this. 62 Plymouth. And look at that. They're even telling you who he is, where he's from, or she, Betty. And it's pretty freaking neat, I think. So, if you guys got any interest in wanting to see old racing catalogs, flip through them with me, and maybe I'll sit here and read stuff to you. Like, Wheels for Show and Go. Why is Mr. Gasket in Wheels? Why not? You know, we can ham it up. We can be silly. Or we can just look at parts together. 72, 73 Anson catalogs. I do believe 71 was in the beginning. So, yeah, if this is something that interests you guys, let me know. We'll do a deep dive into some catalogs because, well, I geek out to this stuff. But let's head out to the shop and look at our parts. Alrighty, guys and gals, so I do believe this is the first time you've seen our winter wonderland, which we lost quite a bit of snow from, you know, we actually had some pretty decent weather, but yeah, we got hammered pretty hard, and actually tonight we're about to get to sub-zero temperatures. We're going to get more snow, and actually it's snowing right now. Ugh, it's freaking freezing out here, and I've got some clips from the video I was filming initially this week. Sorry, it's really cold out, my eyes are watering. And where we actually had to plow the whole driveway, which right now is about an inch thick of solid ice. Kind of fun. But I'm done out here. Let's get inside the shop where the heater's running. Oh, it is instantly 9,000 times better in the shop. So I will give you a little bit of an update here. I'm going to try and keep this short and simple and sweet. So working on the 340, trying to get it ready. And mainly because we've been working on this because in the background, we've got the old Polara for sale. And if you guys saw my Facebook post, well, actually the YouTube post or anything like that, you'll understand why. And I've got reasoning for it. It's mostly just growing up and focusing on projects that are a lot closer to being done than that one. And that one's got enough of my money tied up that's making everything else way too tight. If it sells, it sells. If not, I don't care. Because someday I'll fix it, but right now it's a huge distraction. And as long as it's here, I can't stop myself. So I've started to force myself to get to work on the 340. It's still got a valve cover leak. I've got to get the intake potentially milled down just a little bit. So that's fun. And we got the old Pro Stock Hemi, of course, what's left of it. And just playing around mock-up. This is mostly just Anna having fun. And of course, we got lathe footage coming up in an upcoming video where I've made some parts for a buddy. Ooh, modified, I should say, not made, but made them all the same. But other than that, I mean, it's just typical little projects, things that are going on in the background, stuff I bought to fix and stuff I bought to clean up and then sell to my buddies. And then another 500 2-barrel, and because it never hurts to have that. I didn't buy everything Dan had. He still had an enclosed trailer, and he had a whole bunch of other stuff. So anybody who seriously is in the Kansas area and ain't doing much next weekend, sorry, I slept in today, and I just came in here to film this for you. It's Friday, the day I'm going to be uploading this, and I've still got to edit it. So just letting you guys know, I stayed up last night, well, hanging out with my friends online and stuff like that. But anyways, if you guys are in the Kansas area and you are, you know, looking for a good deal and you're not doing anything next weekend, go up to Spring Hill, come hang out. We'll be at Dan's. It'll be my buddy Jesse probably. I think my buddy Andrew's going to be there. And we're all bringing stuff to sell. It's not just what you saw that Dan had. Like, I'll probably be bringing some of my valve covers or some of my intakes, some carburetors. You never know what I'm going to bring. So there's that. And then whoever else is coming and whatever else they may be bringing. So hope you guys, someone will show up there. One of you guys. That'd be freaking cool to hang out with somebody. So, always guys, I want to thank you for checking this out. I had fun at Dan's. Hope you guys kind of had some fun looking through stuff. I know I didn't film me categorizing stuff, but honest to God, who seriously wants to sit there with me? Only I think, get into this kind of stuff. But we're talking about, you know, sitting here reading part numbers on boxes and cross-referencing them and denoting them all. Yeah, imagine having about 800 of those boxes. It's not really 800. There was probably about a solid 300 or 400, if I had to guess. So, anyways, guys, thank you for checking this one out. I know it's not the greatest video in the world, but I've got an art project video we're working on in the background. I think will be kind of interesting when it does get done. I could have released it, but it ain't got enough reward in it for me. So when I get that one done, we're going to put it out. But as for now, this video will do, I hope. I'm not struggling to put out videos, by the way. I'm only putting this video out because I want to help out my buddy Dan with his sale. And plus, I know you guys like digging through parts, and you guys, if you get an opportunity to go buy stuff cheap, that's what this is about. If you're in the Kansas, Missouri area, you know, Spring Hill, Kansas, it's basically Kansas City, and you need something, and you need it cheap, because main bearings, rod bearings, piston rings, any parts ain't particularly cheap. So Dan's selling stuff off very reasonable. With that said, I won't catch you guys next time because, well, I need to get to work on stuff. I've got a pair of 450 Hollies right there that need to get finished. That way I can work on that other video. So, as always, guys, take care and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.